Hey, listen, you don't want to miss this video where I'm going to share with you guys the basic principles on what you would need to become successful in launching, starting, and thriving in your business. All right. Just like everything else in life, there are rules. And if you abide by those rules, the results will come. And in this video, I'm going to give you 10 basic principles and fundamental principles you need to abide by in order to get your business to the next level and also mitigate the risk of failure. So you don't want to miss this out. Let's go ahead and get straight into it.
This conversation about building up your blueprint. It's time to take it cause time is wasted. Go grind and chase it, don't lose it. This generation need integration with information to move with. An inclination that is abiding in entertaining improvement. Yep.
Hey, what's going on, Blueprint Nation? Thanks for tapping in and tuning in. I appreciate you. This is your main man, your host, your Blueprint Mastermind, where we give you the blueprint, personal finance, entrepreneurship, and more importantly, the blueprint on how to level up and be successful in life. All right. This is your first time tapping in and tuning into the show. Do me a huge favor right now. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. You don't want to miss out any of the gems and the value that we bring on this channel, especially if you're an entrepreneur looking to go ahead and get your business to the next level. This is where you want to be at. All right. So also hit the bell notification so you kept up to date. And also, quick favor, hit the like button. All right. I've been checking some of the previous videos out. You guys not hitting that like button for me. So hit that like button so we can go ahead and let YouTube do its thing by spreading the video out to a wider mass audience. All right. So cool. Now that we've went ahead and got that out the way, listen, many viewers in this channel, as we know, are aspiring entrepreneurs, right? We have some that's already got their business off the ground. This video is pertaining to you, but as this is for my aspiring entrepreneurs that's looking to go ahead and start their business and elevate their business, right? Now, when it comes to entrepreneurship, just like everything else in life, there's basic rules and principles that I encourage you to go ahead and abide by, right? And just like everything, the reason why there's rules in place is be able to not only allow you to play the game, but it also gives you a higher probability of winning and being successful as well too, right? Just think about Monopoly. There's rules in the game of Monopoly. So in order for everybody to be able to play fairly in the game, but more important, by following these rules, it go ahead and gives you the blueprint to be able to win on the game as well. So in entrepreneurship, there's no difference, okay? So in order to be able to thrive, survive, as well as keep a sharp edge in business, let's keep it real. You have to be able to go ahead and understand certain principles when it comes to entrepreneurship. So I'm going to share with you guys 10 principles that we've put together here at the Blueprint community that you will need to know, and you follow, and following these rules will definitely put you in track and in position to be able to be successful when it comes to entrepreneurship. So without any hesitating or further ado, let's get straight into it because we got quite a few principles that I want to share with you here so we can go ahead and get you going. All right. First things first. All right. Know your why. Okay. Without a reason, without a purpose, a business just becomes another job. And that's the last thing you want to do, right? A lot of people get into entrepreneurship to avoid a 9-to-5. So why would you just go ahead and get a more stressful headache by getting into something that becomes a more stressful 9-to-5? So knowing your reason, typically I tell anyone that gets into entrepreneurship, get into something that you're truly passionate about. It just can't be about the money. Do something that you would do for free, in other words, right? Take the money out of the equation, and what is it that you're passionate about? And whatever that answer is, that's what you want to go ahead and get involved into when it comes to starting your business, right? You got to know why you're pretty much in the game and what you're trying to achieve. More important, listen, it's about building a vision, not a business when it comes into getting into the entrepreneurship. So that is the number one rule, knowing your why, beginning with the end in mind, like the old cliche in the Stephen Covey book. That is a great starting point when it comes to wanting to go ahead and start your business, as well as the number one rule when it comes to starting your business. Okay. So boom, knowing your why. Number two, planning, but don't overthink. All right. A lot of people suffer from this, especially when they start to get their business. They want everything perfect, trying to execute perfection. Listen, that is not the case. Business is never going to be perfect. Business is all about solving a problem, being able to overcome mistakes and solving those problems for the masses. So you can't expect that's just how life is, in other words. So you can't expect your business to operate the same way. Planning, of course, having a business plan, making sure that you're prepared and everything like that's all good and dandy. understanding. Yes, I'm not saying to overlook these principles, but you definitely don't want to overthink it. You just don't want to sit there and punching and thinking and strategizing without being able to actually execute and taking that step forward when it comes into starting your business. A perfect plan is, honestly, there's no such thing as a perfect plan, if you want my opinion. A perfect plan is just an excuse to not start in the first place. So you're going to learn basically more from trial and tribulation, getting into the game, than reading books and planning and everything like that. Okay, so definitely don't overthink. Get in the game and start as soon as possible. Doesn't matter where you're at in life. All right. Number 3, minding your cash flow, keeping cash flow in mind. This is another thing. Cash flow is the lifeblood of business, right? It's a necessary component, not in just in your lifestyle, right? But in business as well too. Normally, if you follow any one of my previous content, I always say credit is king. I want to go ahead and stand corrected on that. Cash flow is king, because it doesn't matter how much credit you have unless you have the cash flow to be able to sustain the longevity of you having credit. So using that same principle, we're going to go ahead and put it into this video here. And when it comes to business, right? Don't, pay attention to how much you're bringing in versus what you're spending on your business. The capital is the lifeblood of any business. Obviously, that's the reason why they call it a business, because you got to be able to generate capital for the business, right? So you want to stay on top of your cash flow. Don't overspend. Don't overexert the business, especially during the first 3 years of your business. You want to pretty much save and invest into the business. Separate your personal and your business expenses. Do as much as possible to be able to go ahead and mitigate any unnecessary expenses and not trying to grow too fast when it comes to your business. All right, moving on to number 4, right? Number 4 here, relationship is currency. Most people don't think about this, but relationship capital is absolutely the second most important currency, sometimes maybe the primary currency you would need for your business. What I mean by that, right? Building relationships with other individuals or other associations or other businesses can be the key component to help take your business to the next level. All right. So network, you want to make sure that you are doing it intentionally, and you're also doing it strategically as well too. Most people can open up doors, teach you methods, or even guide you to certain areas in your business journey that you may be unable to, or maybe a lot difficult for you to do on your own if that was the case. All right. So listen, real talk, your connections can be the make or break point when it comes to your business. What's the old cliche? A lot of people say your net worth is your network, or your network is your net worth. I may have mixed that up, but you guys get the point what I'm trying to say here. So relationship capital is an actual hard currency that can be used to go ahead and sustain your business as well as help grow your business. So you definitely want to keep that in mind of being intentional when it comes to networking on your business.
If your credit ain't high and it's actually down, the time to take action is now. Yeah. If your credit ain't high and it's actually down, the time to take action is now. Go get control of your credit, go and repair.
Listen, I've been getting a lot
down. Oh yes, to show you the leverage, just so you can get a new rider. Go get you a house, just so you don't feel disparaged, you don't feel embarrassed. It's right, so go get it done now. Don't survive through the week, go improve, get it up. Want a life full of freedom to do what you want. He's a guy that you need, he's a dude that you want. Not 5 minus 3, that's 2, number 1. Guy you will see if you hit him up. He'll help with devotion, this I am sure of. Updates, promotions, discounted courses. Work with him anywhere, buddies in Florida. Credit will get repaired. Yes,
learning how to embrace failure. Okay, embracing failure. Listen, in business, you're definitely going to fail. I'm gonna tell you right now. Do not think you're going to get into business and you're not going to experience failure. All right. Now, the failure, but that's not the actual part that's actually a lot of entrepreneurs suffer from, is being able to overcome it. Being able to go ahead. It's not about how many times you fall down. It's about how many times you get up. I'm telling you from personal experience, I've suffered plenty of failures, plenty of setbacks when it comes to business. We have that happen just in life, right? Name a time where you thought everything that you've planned goes according to that plan. That rarely happens, right? The universe just don't operate that way. So you cannot expect to be able to have that same mindset or same approach when it comes to business, right? Well, when it comes to entrepreneurship, make sure that you just be able to go ahead and push through these failures. Especially if you're an entrepreneur, you're going to have a team, you're going to have people working for you. In order to be able to have them have that same approach, to have that same culture within your business, they have to be able to see you not get flustered, not be able to become depressed, or not being able to embrace failure. So learning how to embrace failure is a key component, because it's going to happen. And when you expect it, when you expect failure, guess what? That just go ahead and prepares you more to overcome it and being able to push through for the next yes. All right. So boom, embracing failure. The next, being ruthless with your time. Oh my goodness. All right. Listen here. Listen, when it comes to being a leader, time management is going to be one of the most important skill sets that you are going to be required to have. And there's nobody that knows more about this than myself, because especially if you're a serial entrepreneur, or even if you just have one business you're starting off with, you are the captain of the ship. All the sailors on the boat are going to come to you for every problem. Not every problem, but there's going to be problems. There's going to be questions, and you are going to be required to provide those answers and solutions. Listen, you have to be absolutely ruthless with your time. You have to cut out anything that does not serve the ultimate goal, right? You're going to have distractions. You're going to have friends and family members that's going to require your time, attention, that does not align with the ultimate goal that you're trying to achieve with your business. Entertainment is a big distraction, right? Supporting things that is not part of the ultimate vision or the ultimate goal. So keeping this in mind is very important. Listen, you're going to hurt some feelings. You are going to have to learn how to say no. You're going to have to cut people off, cut things off that you probably don't want to, or again, it's going to hurt somebody else. But guess what? You have to be an ultimate maniac when it comes to your business. You have to be able to go ahead and set things apart and push people apart that is just going to take up your time, because again, you have a deadline, you have a goal to achieve to, and until you reach that deadline, you're just going to set yourself up for failure, which again, that's not the whole point in you getting into the business so in the first place. All right. So X number 8, not valuing profit over true value. Okay. Prioritizing value over profit. Listen, focus on bringing value. And this is very important, especially when you're coming out the gate. So of course you are in business, making money, cash flow is important, being able to generate income for yourself. But the more value that you bring, you are going to realize just inherently, you're going to be able to bring more money for yourself. This is when it's a win situation for you as well as your clients, your customers. The more free value you give out there, especially if you're, accustomed to creating content, or even if you're not accustomed to creating content, give value out to your community, give value out to the marketplace, right? The next one, number 9, is always evolving. This is another very important principle, right? Always keep growing. That's in life. As you grow old, as you grow as an individual, you're just naturally going to evolve. You're not the same person that you are when you're 20s than you are in your 30s, and you're not the same person in your 30s that you are in your 40s. So the same concept has to be applied to when it comes to business, right? This all goes back into some of the earlier principles that we talked about, right? Learning how to embrace failure, right? Evolving. Business is a very fast game, right? And if you're not learning, you're not adapting, you're going to get left behind. Think about it. Look when social media came out. Social media has changed the old way of advertising, the newspapers, the yellow pages, the TV ads. The businesses that did not evolve from the old way of doing business to now have been left behind. You don't want to do that. And now, even as we're moving into 2025, there's now going to be artificial intelligence, AI, which is another game changer. And businesses that does not incorporate AI into their business, you're going to see over the next few years how they're going to be left behind. You don't want to fall into that circumstance or be stuck in the mud where you're being left behind because of failing to evolve. So always keeping up with the trend, what's going on, and learning how to involve in the individual and implementing these practices in your business is definitely a very important principle, so you can keep your business thriving and growing, and you're not setting yourself up for failure or trying to build another failing business like a lot of entrepreneurs suffer from. Which brings us to our last point, and that's more important. This is the most important point, granddaddy of them all, and that's execute relentlessly. Execution is everything, guys. This right here pretty much sums everything up, putting all the 9 points in place and all leading down to this one. You can have the best ideas, you can have the best strategies, but they all mean nothing if you do not execute. Okay. Taking action is absolutely the key component here when it comes to your business. Again, like I mentioned, don't overthink. Everything's not going to be perfect. You're going to experience failures. You're going to have problems that occur in your journey of entrepreneurship. That's okay. It's fine. That's no problem at all. What you don't want to do, fail for lack of taking action, right? So a basketball player who struggles in their free throws, if they don't take the action of practicing on their free throws, they're always going to struggle. So you don't want to be that individual. You want to be able to keep pushing, keep moving forward, keep evolving. And the only way you're able to do these things is by taking action and being relentless when you're taking your action as well too. Show up daily, put in the work, and don't stop, and you'll be amazed on how the results are naturally going to come in. Okay, so listen, I went ahead and shared the 10 rules of business for you. Again, know your why. Don't build a business, build a vision. That is the most key important part when it comes to getting started, right? Don't overthink, don't overplan your business. Just go ahead and taking action, which again is another version of number 10. All right, mind your cash flow. Do not overspend on your business, making sure that you're saving yourself for a rainy day and also reinvesting in the business in a strategic manner is definitely an important component. Relationship is currency, right? Your network is your net worth. So building relationships, getting mentors, getting guidance is going to open up doors for you that naturally would be a lot more difficult if you were trying to do it on your own. Embracing failure is going to happen. The road to success is always under construction. So that also comes in the aspect of business. So you have to be able to embrace failure and show your team how you're able to overcome it if you want to build a strong culture, right? Also, be relentless with your time. Anything and everyone that doesn't align with your goal or that's going to impede in your success in business, you want to go ahead and exit out immediately. Don't wait on it. You're going to hurt some feelings. You're going to be uncomfortable, but guess what? It's all going to pay off on the end when you become successful in growing your business. Also, value over profit. Okay. Listen, it's not all about the money. Sometimes, again, you just want to give value, especially when you're starting out. Go ahead and being able to put yourself out in the marketplace, putting an impact over income is ultimately going to give you a longer term of investment and also help you become more memorable in the marketplace as well too. All right. Keep evolving. Do not stop. Listen, the world is changing. Life is changing. So it's the same thing in the world of entrepreneurship and business. Don't get left behind because you are stuck in the old ways or you are complacent in the way how you've been doing things at a certain point in time. Again, there's going to be times where things are just moving ahead and you want to be able to keep up with the trend. And last but not least, execute relentlessly. All right. Taking action, being absolutely relentless, show up every single day, move forward every single day, ultimately is going to lead to results and success for you. Listen, I hope these 10 rules you are able to understand and implement them in your business. I promise you, listen, as a matter of fact, I'm going to share something with you. If you follow these 10 rules in starting your business or in your journey of entrepreneurship, I highly guarantee that you're going to be successful. All right. Of course, there's no foolproof plan out there, but by following these 10 fundamental principles that all successful entrepreneurs and Fortune 500 companies have implemented in their business, they have become successful by following these same principles. So you want to be able to follow them as well too, to be able to go ahead and achieve the same results. All right. Listen, thanks for tapping in. Thanks for tuning in. If you got great value in this video, do me a huge favor. Drop a comment. Let me know that if these 10 principles resonate with you, if you feel like that we've left anything out, let me know and we could talk about it in the comments section. But if you agree with these 10 principles, let me know as well too. And we can go ahead and let more and more entrepreneurs know that, hey, by following these 10 principles, this will help them get their business off the ground. And it really doesn't matter what type of business you have, whether it's a product, a service, an online business, a brick and mortar. Following these 10 principles will definitely help you put you in the path of success and growing your business. Also, do me a huge favor, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button so we can go ahead and grow the channel. We're almost at 2,000 viewers, 2,000 followers. We would like to grow that number to a high number in 2025. So we need your support and we need your help. Also hit the bell notification as well too, so you can keep up to date whenever we drop videos like this. Listen, thanks for tapping in. Thanks for tuning in. If you need help with your credit, check out the links down below, as we have a Credit the Game program that will help you repair, build, and leverage your credit as well too. Stay safe, stay dangerous, and we're going to catch you on the flip side. Take care, guys. Peace.
Blueprint, yeah. This conversation about building up your blueprint. It's time to take it, cause time is wasted. Go grind and chase it, don't lose it. This generation need integration with information to move with. An inclination that is abiding in entertaining improvement. Yep, let's Paul with Blueprint. This guests are exclusive. Get on and tune in and then learn some new tips about credit, finance, investment. A nice chance to get rich and buy land. Flip it, quick 9 bands. Learn all the skills from Wes, he did it. Learn how to build successful business. Run up a mill and get the digits. Run up a mill. Look, safe place where guests are speaking. Based off financial freedom. All facts, no cap, believe it. Podcast, you have to see it.